everybody? Welcome back to the Jays Nest. So let's talk about the winter meetings and the Hall of Fame votes. So winter meetings going on. Historically, lots of signings and trades happen in these 3 days. So we're still waiting. The first day is almost ending and waiting for something to come out. Maybe it takes a day or so. But obviously we got Bo out there. And we want to talk about Hall of Fame Blue Jay, Jeff Kent, World Series champion, finally inducted in. And you're probably saying, what? World Series champion, Jeff Kent? He only lost in Game 7 with the Giants in 2002, I think it was. And anyways, yeah, he won with the Jays. He wasn't on the roster. He got traded mid-season, but he still gets a ring. He did get a ring for that. He was a rookie on the team and played an important role. His role was top prospect by the Jays and was traded for David Cone. So we're going to look at Jeff Kent's career stats, celebrate him. I want to compare him also to Bo's career and Ketel Marte, who the big rumor is that the Jays keep trying to maybe trade for to replace. Who knows if it's the plan A or contingency plan for Bo. So David Cone was who Jeff Kent was traded for. So just for those of you who don't know who David Cone was, he was traded to the Jays and had almost a 2 WAR in just since the trade deadline. So July 31st, August, and September. This guy was phenomenal. Strikeout king, Cy Young, complete games. Don't even hear of those anymore. Played a major role in the Jays winning the 92 World Series. Then he left to sign with Kansas City. Then he came back to the Jays in 95. Then he left again and went to the Yankees and won World Series with the Yankees after that. So, big help that Jeff Kent was to the Jays team there. So this is Jeff Kent, 55 WAR over his career. Highly often regarded basically as the best offensive second baseman in the history of the game. Robinson Cano would be the other one that people would compare him to, or Ryan Sandberg in Chicago. But Jeff Kent was basically about a 280, 290 hitter his entire career with 30 home runs. That's pretty much what his stats were. You could see here 55 WAR, 377 home runs. Actually, really took him a long time to make the Hall of Fame. Kind of steroid era guy, so people are like, oh, you're on the same team as Barry Bonds. Kind of maybe had a little bit of an attitude. Things like that maybe kept him out. But anyways, he's in. Congratulations to him. You can see 5 times All-Star, 4-time Silver Slugger. He won the MVP famously over Barry Bonds. 1 year, they were teammates. Barry Bonds obviously had better statistics. Famous thing kind of happened where they asked Barry to come to the press conference, and Barry asked, who got it, me or him? And they said Jeff Kent, and Barry said, yeah, thanks, but no. Barry also almost a Blue Jay. We'll do an episode on that in the future, and end of his career, almost signed with Toronto. And here's the stats. So you look at Jeff Kent here, 2,400 career hits, almost 2,500, 377 home runs, 290 average, and 8,500 at bats. So that's a full career. Let's look at Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette, 21 WAR compared to Jeff Kent's 55. So Bo's halfway through. So let's say Bo ends up at like a 45 WAR. Let's say Bo could easily be a 3,000 hit guy. Guys, like they don't make those anymore. Like Bo, if Bo didn't have some injuries here, he'd probably be at like 1,200, 1,100 hits right now. 294 average, so pretty much similar to Kent, and 110 home runs. Multiply that by 3, like Bo's a 300 home run guy, right? He 8,500 at bats. Bo's at 3,000. You could almost triple that and get him there. So Bo is having a great career. Like this is a Hall of Fame second baseman the Blue Jays could be giving up. Plus, when you count into the fact that he did lots of this as a shortstop, if Bo just carries this on for another 5-6 years, it's hard to see him not making the Hall of Fame. And then there's Ketel Marte, who lots of rumors the Jays are going to be in on. But I would love to know, is this a contingency plan if Bo leaves? Or are you actually willing to make this move and then be like, Bo, sorry, took too long? Very intriguing stuff. Lots of dilemmas general managers have. So Marte, 35 WAR, higher than Bo, who's at 21, and not at Jeff Kent, who was that 54 that Kent was at? Yeah, 55. And Marte's further along his career, so Marte could probably only add another like 15 to that, but if he ends up a 50 WAR player, he's close to the Hall of Fame too. 170 home runs. Let's say he gets 25 the next 4 years. That's another 100. He's at 270. Maybe he has some up years. He's close to 300, 280. I probably wouldn't vote him in. I'm a Hall of Great. I don't like Hall of Good players to get in. And baseball is a really hard Hall of Fame to get into. So I would see him missing unless he really steps it up the next 4 or 5 years or has an extended, like, good 6 or 7 years. But Bo, I could really see him making the Hall of Fame there. And anyways, focus here is on Jeff Kent, and congratulations to him. Always good to see a Blue Jay make it. Obviously, majority of his career wasn't with the Jays. Obviously, like, Jays were like 5% of his career. He really played half a season with the Jays, maybe 3/4 of a season, but he was drafted by them, developed by them, and obviously he's not going to wear the Jays hat going into Cooperstown. But there was also Carlos Delgado, who received enough votes to stay on the ballot, so hopefully he gets in next time. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about any of this. Do you remember Jeff Kent's years with the Blue Jays? I was probably about 14, 15 when all of that happened, when the Blue Jays were in a run there. I remember I was in grade 8. We went on our Toronto trip, went and watched the Jays. Kelly Gruber was on the Angels coming back after leaving the Jays after the World Series. I think that was the second run in the World Series because Ed Sprague was the third baseman the second time, if my memory recalls correctly. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.